So I just walk into a toy store, and there he is! The champ! Machamp! He's here! I don't know, hello and welcome to a Pokemon review, I guess. I was just walking into a toy store, looking for some Ninja Turtles, because I've been doing that recently a lot, and I've found some things, but I walked past like a whole aisle of Pokemon stuff, where they got like Ash and Pikachu and Ash and Pikachus and some Eevees and whatever. And then this guy pops up. I'm just like, what? Machamp! The boy, the boss, the champ. It's Machamp. And this is just, I mean, it's a toy, but I was really impressed by how cool he looks. And yeah, here we are now. I bought him, so I might as well do a little fun review with him. How about that? It's your boy, taking him out of the packaging. Honestly, I was prepared for disappointment. And guess what? I'm not. I'm definitely not. For a kid's toy, for just a random pickup that I just found just today, it's like, oh my god, he's the man. He's very impressive. But first of all, I want to have a look at size. He stands to the top of his head. 13 centimeters, which means a little over 5 inches tall. And I mean, if you want to lift up, let's say we lift up the arms in the back, all the way up for like a little bit of a cheering pose. That goes up all the way to 18 centimeters. A little shy, well, actually a little over 7 inches tall. I gotta say, they absolutely nailed the likeness. I mean, he looks so perfect, especially with the bag and everything. I looked at a lot of pictures, seeing if the back area, if the neck area wasn't maybe a little bit off, but it's pretty much spot on. I mean, you can really debate about that, especially in the cartoon. It looks different sometimes. But overall, the likeness, I really dig it. I'm a fan of it. I'm happy with it. And paint and detail, I mean, this is a Gen 1 Pokemon. There's not much paint and detail to work with. And what is there is done well. Everything is nicely molded. They didn't mess up the paint, which is very impressive. I mean, the spawns kind of wander around here a little bit. And he has some writing on his butt. And then with the face, once again, it just wanders off a little bit down here. But all things that are very forgivable for like a, what, $15 action figure? I think it was actually less, like 12? 13? Another thing about this is the articulation is pretty damn good. For kids toy once again. You have a swivel and a hinge in each arm. They rotate around and you can bring them back and forth. We have a single hinge in the elbow. It doesn't go up too far, but it's okay. It gets its job done. And a swivel in the fist. Now the only thing I kinda would be cool if you had an open hand, because he has like all fists. And I'm not even talking about an open hand to switch. Just make like, you know, one of these, maybe an open hand, or like maybe two. Like, I don't know. Basically open hand would have been nice, but whatever. The head is just on a swivel. There's nothing going on in the torso, and the leg is just on ball joints down here. There's a little bit, I mean, actually a big paint smudge, unfortunately, but that's a quality control thing. Can't really change that. That was the only one they had. They had a million Ash and Pikachu figures. They looked horrible, but you got one of my boys, and that was like the thing. I walked through the aisle, and there were all these Ash figures, and I'm just like, ha ha ha. Ash, more like trash. Ha, so funny. But no, I saw this dude, and I was like, holy shit, it's a Machamp. What? It's the champ. Yes! Anyhow, the knee has a single hinge, and it's super stiff on one side, but it works better on this one. Once again, the range of it is not fantastic, but kid's toy. Hinge, I mean, for kids toy, it's just very good. You have a hinge, and you can also rotate it. I mean, swivel it around, rotate it around. It doesn't have an ankle rocker, I tried it out. And it's already gonna bring me to the final thoughts, because there are no accessories and there's not really much more to speak of. The mold, I mean, the mold's good, and the paint job is just, you know, what's there, it's done well. So, I mean, final thoughts is what I just said. The articulation is also pretty damn good for a kid's toy, and the only really bummer is the problem with the paint over here. That's just the quality control. But for the rest of it, he's pretty damn cool. I mean, just look at him. Just look at him. It's a Machamp with a fairly decent ways of posing with all the arms. That's really what makes this guy. One more thing to note, I kind of hoped he would fit in with the D Arts, SH Figure Arts Pokemon figures from, well, SH Figure Arts. But, you know, the size, I mean, overall, of course, this is more detailed, there's shading and whatnot. Whatever, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm simply talking about size, and unfortunately, I mean, I looked it up, Machamp and Blastoise are supposed to have the exact same size. And, yeah, as you can tell, that doesn't really line up. I mean, he's still okay, he can still stand next to the guys. And, flex next to the guys, basically is what he does. I do recommend him, because he looks cool. And if you want a Machamp, this is really the only way to get one. This is, I don't think there are a lot of action figures of Machamp, and this one's good! So there you go. As usual, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like, and maybe subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Machamp wants. Machamp, 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 Champ, Champ, Champ.